So, the next segment of this is... Okay, so, when you start, the sun is going to rise in the east, okay, all the way over there. And the sun is going to go all the way up, and then it's going to go all the way down in the west. Now, during nighttime, things called mobs, or monsters, will spawn that want to attack you and kill you. So, your job of the first day that you're here is don't die. It's pretty simple. So, what you want to do is there are multiple ways that you can survive the first night. I mean, well, wow, good. Actually, yeah, I'll do that now, okay, because I started out with some wood. So, this is stone right here. So, if you hold down that, you have to have a pickaxe. I should probably craft that. Here, let me show you. Okay, so, you can create a crafting table by putting 4 oak wood in your crafting bench, in this little crafting thing up here. Then you place this down, and then you can right click on this, and then you can craft stuff. So if you put 3 of these on here and 2 sticks, now let me show you how to make sticks first actually. Sticks are made like this. It's just 2 wood on top of each other if you didn't get one in your chest, or if you didn't use a chest. Just so you know, just saying, to get wood, you have to go and chop one of those trees. That's a tree, those are bigger trees, this tree's over there. You can go chop those down. Then, so basically you do this to make a wooden pickaxe. I'm not going to make a wooden pickaxe because I already got one that came in that chest. Now, you can also, there are other things like cobblestone, which you need to use a wooden pickaxe to mine cobblestone, or else it won't drop anything. I mean, it'll break eventually, but it'll take like forever, and it won't drop anything. So, once you have things like cobblestone, you can make a better pickaxe. Now, if you see this durability, it says if you press F3 and H, then you'll be able to see the durability. So it's 54 out of 59. 59 use, that means you can break 59 blocks, which, to be quite honest, isn't really that much, 59 blocks. But you need it to begin with, or else you can't get the stone. So, once you make this one has 131, 120 out of 131, and it also breaks blocks faster, which is really good. So, you know, you basically, I never, after I use like stone once, I never use it again, so, or I mean, wood, I never use wood again, ever, so yeah, just get rid of that, you don't really need it. Now there are other tools as well, such as a shovel, or a spade, which is this. It's sticks and cobblestone, or wood, or iron, or gold, or diamonds. And then there's also, you can make a sword, which will help you fight off the mobs if you need to. So, so this stuff right here, you can just mine this. You can mine this with a wood pick if you need to, but, you know, usually you won't need to. Basically, this is coal. So if you put coal and then a stick on top of it, you can make torches, which can light up the place so that mobs won't spawn in that certain area. Now, if you don't, for some reason, if you can't find torches, if you can't find coal, I mean, then what you can do is you can go get wood, and you can smelt the wood. Now, let me tell you about smelting. Smelting, what you do is you take cobblestone, and you put the cobblestone, like in a complete circle with the center, or square with the center empty, and then you can place your furnace. Now, you can open the furnace, and you can place things like coal here, and then you need the logs. This is wood. You need logs. You put logs there, you put wood here, and it'll make charcoal, which is basically the same as coal. So, basically, when you have this, you want to start making yourself a place that you can stay, and you definitely want to try to get coal. If you can't find coal, then you should at least try to get charcoal for the first night, so you can have some torches, so that you can light up the general area. Now, it does get very dark, so you can always tell what time it is by where the sun is. Now, if you see, the sun is right there, so we're about halfway through the day. So, we're still doing pretty well. Did I just get lost? Oh, here it is. Okay. Now, torches. Now, mobs can spawn anywhere that it's dark, not just if it's nighttime. So if you can see here, I'm going to try to get it to be dark. I'm going to remove that torch. If you can see, it's starting to get darker and darker as I go down this path. Okay? If it gets dark enough, mobs will start to spawn, so I need to place a torch there. That way mobs won't spawn. Now, if mobs do spawn, that's not that big of a deal, because I have my sword, which I can use to fend them off. But you definitely need a shelter, because, you know, you can always fend 1 or 2 off, but when it gets nighttime, they're, like, everywhere. So you're definitely going to need a shelter. And you want that shelter to be completely sealed off, so, you know, it might not look the best for now, but, you know, we want to survive. We don't care about, you know, looks. So you want to, you know, you want to put, you know, make sure that no mobs can, or monsters can get in. And yeah. So let's just make sure nothing can get in here. And then, yeah, there we have it. Now, I'm actually going to make a door. That way I can, you know, get in and out, and I can see stuff outside, even when it's, so I can see, you know, when it becomes daytime and stuff. Let me go tell you about different mobs. Now, mobs can be bad or good. For example, these are sheep. Now, sheep will drop wool. Okay, so with wool, you know, there's a few things that you can make. They're mainly just used for decoration, or if you have 3 wool, you can make a bed. Now, beds are pretty cheap. It basically skips you through night. Now, I was lucky and found sheep there. That was actually pretty lucky. But yeah, you might not find sheep. You probably won't, to be honest. Now, beds are pretty cheap, I would say. It sort of ruins the point, you know, surviving your first night. But if you want to use them, I understand this is your first night, so I guess I'll teach you how to make a bed. Okay, so to make a bed, it's very simple. You take 3 wood, and then you put 3 wool on top of it. Really comfortable bed, right? Yeah. So then you place the bed. There needs to be 1 block behind the block that you're looking for, or else it won't place it. So you place it right there, and then you can get in. It won't let me get in because it says I can only sleep at night. Now there's one thing that I actually forgot to mention before. You should have been in the controls section, but you know, whatever. You know, people always forget stuff. And that is that if you double tap W, you can sprint. But as you can see, I have 7 out of 10 of those little, you know, chicken wing things. That's my food. If that goes all the way down, then I could start to starve and lose health, and I also won't regenerate my other health. So you usually don't need to worry about that the first night. I've been sprinting a lot because I'm used to sprinting, but for the most part, you don't need to worry about that the first night. So I'm going to look for some animals quickly, and if I can find any animals, then we'll go and we'll murder those. Now you can murder them a lot faster if you have a sword. Now all I see is a lot of sheep. Sheep don't drop food, but they do drop wool, which is, again, you can make a bed. Sheep are good for wool, basically. I think that's a cow over there, like all the way, like right there. But we're not going that far. So yeah, there's basically no food, and I actually lost like a chicken nugget and a half there, just quite a bit. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're not gonna be running around all night, so actually we probably are, because I want to show you some stuff. Anyways, so there's some cool things there's tons of stuff that you can craft. For example, you can craft this any way that you want to. You can go like this, and then that'll make it, or you can do like the opposite. You can go like this, or whatever. I don't know, maybe you could even go like this. I don't think so though. No, you can't. And these will make 4 stone stairs, or you can use wood. You can use multiple things. And these you'll be able to walk up without pressing jump, and they also look kind of nice. So I should not be sprinting, but yeah. Basically, when it gets to nighttime, what you want to do is you want to start to break blocks, and you want to start to get a little shelter, good area, because since it's nighttime, you can't go outside, So, you know, you want to get this. Now, most of you, if you don't use the give items option, which I'm sure probably a lot of you, if this is your first time, you're probably going to, you'll have to go punch trees. So that would have taken more time out of your day, and you know, you might have to go find a good area to find coal. So usually you wouldn't be this progressed. I actually got pretty lucky. So right now it's just starting to be, you know, nighttime, and you know, I'm getting let me demonstrate. You can actually lay down in a bed, but if you click leave bed, it'll still be nighttime. Now I don't want to do that because I'm not a wimp, and only wimps sleep in beds the first night. Come on, nobody does that. Let's be honest. All right. Anyways, so as you can see, the moon starts to rise over there when it becomes nighttime, and as you can see, it's getting a lot darker, but you can still see because I have the brightness turned up, which can be done in the options, which you press escape, options, and then video settings. I turned this all the way up to bright, and I did that because so that you guys could see on the video. Anyways, looks like that was our first monster. That one spawned first right there. So this is a mob or a monster who will attack us. So this guy doesn't like us, and he wants to eat our brains. This is a zombie. Now you can hit these with your sword, and if they hit you, they'll do. I'm playing this on normal, so they'll do 1.5 hearts of damage to me, and I won't regen that right now because I don't have any food, so I'm not gonna get any of that back. Now this guy, it's the same exact thing, but he's actually called a villager zombie. You can tell because he has a weird looking nose and he has a larger head. Now what he just dropped right here is called zombie rotten flesh, which you can actually eat, and it'll make you hungry, but it'll still fulfill your food. So now this does take some getting used to, so you won't be able to, you know, be as pro as me when you first start. See, I took a hit there. I'm not going to regen that. Now, these guys are called slimes. They only spawn in certain biomes. Now, a biome is a different area in the game. So, the different areas, you can easily tell by, like, the grass, the color of the grass and stuff like that. So, so that, as you can see, is darker in this area. That's called a swamp biome. Now, if we look over here, and that's the only place that the slimes spawn. If we look over here, try to lure one of these guys. This is called a skeleton. Now, he will shoot arrows at me. Ooh, he does. Now, I would try to stay away from all mobs, to be quite honest, when you're first starting. Alright, now, it does take quite a bit of practice to strafe these guys, which means to avoid their arrows. Now, I don't want to get involved with that guy. So, oh, if you heard that, that's called an Enderman. Now, I'm pretty much fucked. I'm screwed. Oh, my God. That guy does a lot of damage. And I would definitely don't go near those guys. They will go away from you and teleport away if they hit water, because water does damage to them. So, yeah, stay in water. If you look at them, they'll attack you.